Over Westside, everybody know everybody, right? I got nothing but love in my heart for Westside niggas, nothing but love.
Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live from
Detroit. Pink suits with hats to match, big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks? This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep the hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money on our mind.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the 10-4 Hat Titan, aka the Conspiracy Realist, aka the Technology Snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text him with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, cause all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, cause you know you can't run without me. Mr. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the Westside T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? It's your man Dame going wild. The Westside landlord, the pride of PA. High Chief Dame don't fuck around. The liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you ain't saying it right. It's the Honorable Judge Boss Dame and his bitch all rise. I am a motherfucking black belt. And it's time for the Kumite. Let's go. Let's fight, bitches.
Yo, welcome back. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 514.
On you hoes. 514 of them bitches.
You feel me? We back up in this thing for another week. Thank y'all for supporting. Thank you for listening. Follow up, subscribing. Jay Johnson 313 on the YouTube, where we putting all this shit up there. And yeah, man. How was your week, my brother?
Week was all right. Had a little outpatient procedure. Really didn't get the news I wanted to get. But yeah, I'll say a prayer for the boy. I'm still alive.
You're gonna have to wait longer for your transition.
You tried
y'all know to find out that this nigga Dame has really been going through a transition. That's gonna be wild. The reveal that's gonna be wild.
Yes, I'm reaching my God tier. You are right. I am transitioning to that. Shout out to the homeboy SJ. Is it SJ or AJ? I don't know. One of them, I beat their ass and he broke his wrist. Shout out to you. I didn't mean to hit you that hard, bro. I love you. But sometimes you got to discipline a nigga.
You hit him on the wrist?
No, when I threw him down, you know, he was trying to do one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. I had to come out the Inkster and lay down a little smackdown. But it's out of love.
Out of love.
Out of like a caring father. I only discipline out of love.
Okay.
So I forget which one is hurt, but that's the one that I hit.
Pause. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what them niggas got to say about that shit. Yo, my Pistons put belt to ass last night. That was a good part of my week. My nigga Cade Icewood went off on them hoes. Fuck New York. Fuck the Knicks.
Cade Icewood, Motorcade, Cade Cunningham is yo man, he put on a clinic yesterday, man.
Nigga went to the guard and dropped 42 on them hoe ass niggas.
13 assists, like 8 rebounds, a block, 2 steals, like.
And he did it without Duran, and he did it without Beef Stew. We coming for them niggas in the playoffs, dog.
Well, he ain't never need them niggas to get his offense off. But like, we popped them niggas, dog, and we didn't swept them in the regular season. We'll see what happens in the postseason. But like, he was firing on all cylinders. 3-point game was cold. But
Nigga
listen,
hit 5 threes.
that nigga mid range is something crazy. I'm liking that these younger guys is developing the mid range, and it's not all 3-pointers. That mid range is unstoppable, dog. And they used a couple years ago, they were saying the mid range was like a bad shot. You know what I'm saying? Like they got the stat nerds, like you gotta shoot threes, dunks, or that fucking mid range game is amazing, dog.
You know, I get why people use analytics with sports. I understand you want to hit the high percentage shots, you want to win. But the game of basketball that I grew up and I loved, you know, niggas was shooting that the Michael Jordan developed that mid-range game and it became unstoppable. Then
Shit,
Kobe
everybody game was mid range. You know what I'm saying?
Kobe had a deadly ass mid-range.
I mean, even the quote unquote 3-point shooters, like Larry Bird didn't shoot that many. He shoot like 300 his whole career. Like it was a very small amount of 3-point shots.
It was a lot for the time.
Yeah. Because the 3-point line didn't exist before. Like that was some new shit. You know what I'm saying?
But so shout out to my Pistons. I feel like something else happened this week. I don't know, man. God is good. I'm just glad to see another week. I had a classmate, young lady we went to high school with, pass away. I don't know the details of her death. I'm not gonna make no assumptions. I've heard a few different things, and I just saw her last year. I saw her right before my surgery, because she's got some younger kids, and we just happened to be in the same place. It was like a school event, and she looked like herself. She looked like she did in high school. And then to get the news that she had passed, it really just, I always kind of am humbled and keep life in perspective. But, we got a finite amount of time, excuse me, on this world. So enjoy it, live it, enjoy people that you love, celebrate them, let them celebrate you. And so prayers up to her and her family. And shout out to all my Cast Tech classmates. We all coming together, make sure everybody, there's a post on Facebook and like at least 200 people have donated so we can send the family a nice flower arrangement from our class. So, it's good that we still stick together. But life is crazy, and I'm just glad to get another week on this side of the living, man.
Shout out to my homeboy Barry. This was his birthday today. This is his first year not being able to celebrate his birthday, but there's a party in his honor today. Going on right now, actually, down at the Shadow Bar. Couldn't make it because we were we're recording this, but it's always tough. You feel me? Question. How, and this is a real question.
Okay.
How important are flowers at a service to the family?
I'll be honest, not really important to me. And I say that because we didn't have a service for my dad. When he passed, we just cremated him and kind of moved on. That was his wishes. When my mom passed, we did have a service and people sent flowers and things of that nature. But then you get into to me, it's awkward because, you had the people who take the flowers and kind of leave out. And then it's people well, can I have these flowers? Can I have these flowers? I'm like, God damn, they're for the family. But
I be thinking, what's this for though? Everybody buys flowers and then everybody takes the flowers away. Y'all just bought flowers to pass out to each other? What's the point?
Yeah, that's why I'd be like, and my dad was like, "No, man, you supposed to let people You're like, unless it's a flower you really want.
Now, granted,
But then I'm like, I ain't really look at the flowers. They just sitting up front.
I did take a peace lily from my mom's service, and I kept it for. I kept that peace lily alive for about 6.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so. That was 2017. It went out in 2025, like 8 years. You know what I'm saying?
I did take a flower from my mother's funeral. My dad's old boss sent this huge flower. I mean, shit was damn near like 3 feet tall. It was a huge ass flower in this big ass pot. And he was like, man, I'm not trying to lug that thing in and out the truck to get it in the house. So I took it. And I'm like, I like you. I'm not necessarily a flower person, but I kept that flower alive probably about 5 years before it
Mhm.
just, you know, I had some it makes me mad to think how the flower died. I had somebody over here. We having a little smoke session in the living room. We passing the blunt around, and I'm like, why is this motherfucker not ashing the blunt? And then I looked up, and they was ashing the blunt in the fucking flower pot. I'm like, dog, you gotta go. You gotta
Action the
go.
blunt on my mom is
On my
crazy.
mom's flower. I was so fucking mad. I was like, we're done. You gotta go.
Not every time I see a peace lily, I just think it's like it's my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that plant has transformed. So I can't say it doesn't have any kind of value because it does. Like I talk to that plant. You feel me? Like sometimes that motherfucker bloom in December. Like, why are you blooming in the wintertime? But like I talk to the plant like it was my mom. So I don't know. It just made me think about that when you said all the flowers and shit, and then like sound like she got some small kids, man. Fuck them flowers. Get that money to them damn kids. You know what I'm saying?
I want to get flowers in the crib, and I said this spring, I know where I'm gonna put the flowers at, and I'm gonna have me a little area in the house for flowers inside of the crib. Because at my last job, I had a plant at my desk. I forget what you call the plant, but it had these long ass vines, and I was like really taking care of that motherfucker. And when I quit or when I got fired, I gave the plant to one of my other employees, and me and her still keep in touch. And she was like, it's still alive, it's still growing. And I was like, it'd be nice to have like a little, little chlorophyll around the crib. So I'm gonna have me a couple plants this
Yeah,
spring.
man. Plants in the bedroom and around you and make it cleans the air. You know, it helps you breathe the whole 9 yards. So it's good. You feel me? Uh, Man, we're gonna move one of them segments to the end of instead of end of the show towards the beginning of the show. We supposed to do that a long time ago, but we did not. Do you have a music pick this week?
I don't have a music pick this week. May not have one next week. I'll probably have one next week, but I know this week I don't. Because with Lent, I am giving up secular music.
Okay.
So if you drop something this week, I ain't hear it. Uh, I know some music came out that Larry June and Currency dropped. Jill Scott album dropped last week. I heard a couple songs off of that, but with Lent, I'm giving up secular music. So if
What
you
you been
got
listening to this week?
dog podcasts, a lot of podcasts. That's
So
it.
you just not gonna listen to music?
I haven't listened to no music in the car for a week.
You know you can
None.
listen to gospel music or non-secular music, right?
I can. And that's what I was going to say. It's a lot of artists out here. Some of y'all make gospel music. I've never featured gospel on a music pick. If you make some good, Kello,
Well, the
he
music
does
don't gotta
gospel
be.
rap.
It don't necessarily gotta be new, and it don't gotta be local. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want people to listen to this week, or whatever touched your heart, whatever song touched your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Just for this month, you know what I'm saying?
then I'll do this. I'm gonna go off the I'm going to go off the normal beaten path. Hezekiah Walker, I Need You to Survive will be my
Okay.
music pick for the week.
All right.
And the reason why, because I did listen to that song, and the reason why that kind of comes to mind, and it came to mind that quick, I got a Bible in my house that I took when my mother passed. Like, it's a huge Bible. And I used to keep all the family obituaries and stuff, and my dad had given it to me when my mom had passed. And I was looking through obituaries because I was looking for my cousin's obituary because I didn't know we knew somebody mutually. And it was a phrase my cousin used to always say. And I heard somebody say it. And I was like, you know my cousin Todd? He was like, that's my man.
Have
He
you
passed
heard
away.
about this new?
He's like, he passed away a few years ago. So as I was going through it, I found my aunt's funeral brochure, I guess.
Have you
call it.
heard about this new controversial character on
What
a
is
show
that?
called Hey AJ on Disney Junior?
It's playing.
Yeah. You said it's something playing? Oh.
Yeah, the Captain Durag. But when I went through it, I was looking at the music, and I remember my cousin. I have another cousin that sings. She teaches singing on like a college level, and she sung at my aunt's funeral, and that was the song that she sung, Hezekiah Walker, I Need You to Survive. And I listened to that song this week, and it just put me in a good space. So I'm gonna share that with the world. That's gonna be my music pick of the week.
All right, bet. Whose man's is this? This week goes to I'll actually play a little piece of it so y'all can see what time it is.
Heard about this new controversial character on a show called Hey AJ on Disney Junior.
Wow, it's really Captain Durag.
For some odd reason, Disney decided to say okay to a superhero on Disney Junior named Captain Durag.
Who wears a durag and a cape to keep Slum City safe. What the?
Captain Durag, bringing superhero funk. Captain Durag, cleaning up that evil junk.
This is freaking outrageous. Y'all wrong for this one.
I've had enough of your trash talk.
Black dark-skinned man takes out the trash. Are we serious?
Like in the middle of February too?
I wonder who greenlit that.
Like it genuinely could not have been a black person. Like I actually think it was,
Well, it was created by former NFL player, author, creative, Martellus Bennett, and he's a black man.
I don't care who made it. Y'all gonna be like, oh, a black dude. That might be worse.
Bennett posted something on his social media in defense of Captain Durag and the liberation of the black image. Here's part of it. As a young black boy, my durag was my first superhero cape. I didn't need Batman's cape or Darkwing Duck's cape or Superman's. I had a durag. And when I tied it up and that tail started flapping behind me as I ran through the house, nobody could stop me. That was my armor, my power source, my transformation sequence. That was my black imagination doing what imagination is supposed to do, making me bigger than the world tried to make me. He also wrote this: Captain Durag is about empowering the ordinary objects in black life like a durag. Why can't a durag be a cape? Why can't a black superhero wear a durag? Why can't an imaginative black girl on Disney have a superhero who looks like her father? A father who wears a durag around the house. What is so bad about a whole family rocking a durag? What is so wrong with letting the durag be the source of a superpower when it has been the source of confidence and transformation for generations?
I actually think it's fly. Like, that's us. Y'all telling me that ain't fly? He got the durag as a cape.
Stop messing on Captain Durag. It's actually a cool concept in my view. That's why I'm Captain Durag, not Captain Don't Rag.
So, when it comes to Captain Durag, What do you think?
All right. So this was like popular this week on all the things. And did you see last week when LaRussell posted a video about there's different types of marketing, and after he made some comments about Lil Wayne, he was like, have you noticed when 32 different blogs post the exact same thing, the exact same clip, and all have the exact same narrative, saying the exact same thing at the exact same time? It's like a campaign.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, like, why everybody had the exact same. And I looked at him like, what is this about? And everybody was like, oh my God, in Black History Month, he's a black man with a do-rag. And I was like, what? Okay. So I went on YouTube to see if I can like try to find the show Captain Durag. And there is no show called Captain Durag because it's not even its own show. It is.
He's a character inside of a show.
He's a character inside of a show, and the show was about a little black girl with a very active imagination. And Captain Durag teaches her how to clean because he is cleaning up Slime City. So he's like Captain Planet of some sort. And I'm like, what exactly is so offensive? Or so why are y'all so offended?
So I sent it. I found a video and I sent it to you because I really thought, like, in my opinion, it's just one of them things that people get behind because they want to have something to be heard about. They want to have something to feel controversial. There's nothing wrong with Captain Durag. Like, so what? The nigga wears a durag as a cape. I, myself, kind of fall in line with Martellus Bennett, the creator's line of thought with it.
I'm a big Martellus Bennett fan, by the way. Like, not outside of Captain Durag in general. I quit the NFL to do this type of stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and he was beating niggas' ass in the NFL also. There's a lot of clips floating around out there for him in practice for whooping on the nigga ass trying to rip his helmet off. My thing is, I think first of all, fuck it being Black History Month. I think people just looking for something to get mad about. I have no issue with it. I have no problem with it being in Black History Month. And me, in that same mindset, nigga, there was a point in time in my life I wanted waves. I would have cut my left arm off in order to have them.
Did the raves transform you into something different? Very transformative?
I just thought, as a light-skinned nigga, I deserve waves because,
As a young Black African-American male in Detroit, when I cut my hair off in, 96, spring break, I went from braids, and I was determined when I came back from spring break to have some fucking waves. So I put that fucking do-rag on extra tight, and I had a goddamn Annie 2081 or whatever the fuck that number was, and I had that motherfucking brush, nigga for a whole week.
I brushed my hair all day in school. You know my homeboy, because he's part of the Penrod Project. My homeboy Chris.
Yeah.
Chris with the locks. Chris was the first nigga I knew with a taper. Full all-around taper. And he had 360s. And I was like, that look is dope.
I had never seen a taper until I got to Cass in 9th grade. Never saw that shit before. And like all the quote unquote cool, everybody had them like, it's just faded here and in the back. I'm like, I ain't never seen this shit before.
Our barber D protected Chris taper to the point where like Chris had the taper first. We all went to the same barbershop. It was like 5 or 6 of us. Chris had the taper first. Our barber D was like, I gotta let Chris rock for like 3 weeks to a month before I can give y'all niggas the taper. Cause he came to me with it first. So he's like, I gotta let him rock for a little bit, then I can give y'all tapers.
My cousin, Netta went to Cass. She graduated in 98. When I was about to cut my hair, she was like, ooh, Jay, you should get the taper. Like, it was like a thing. She was like, ooh, you should get the taper. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get the taper. You feel me? But like before
I wore a do-rag because I wanted 360s.
Before that, I've had do-rags. When I didn't have a do-rag, I took undershirts, cut them in half, and made the do-rag, because all you need is like the T. You know what I'm saying? And then you put that bitch on, you take the two joints. Like, I made them or whatever. Now, it was a guy on the internet in his comments of that video and talking about how he hate how we take the most ghettoest things and we are wearing bonnets in public and do-rags in public, and we should only talk about the elegant things. And I was like, well, what exactly is like lesser about a do-rag? What is the negative experience that you are attaching to it? And by what objective standard is a traditional cape automatically elegant? Like that's an opinion and not a fact. It's an imaginary character, a girl created as her figure to teach her how to clean. And since when is teaching Black children how to clean like bad? Now, the assumption says more about the person who got a issue with it than it actually says about the actual character. I feel like this is the equivalent of everybody reading a headline and never reading the article. And since one take was out there that sounded cool, or niggas love to be offended over some shit, over some anything remotely close to racial, oh yeah, that's the take. We're going with this take. Elegant is an adjective which reflects taste, and things labeled as non-elegant are not inherently inferior. Cultural symbols carrying meaning because they are lived, not because they fit everybody else's particular aesthetic. It's okay to appreciate the things that have like shaped us to who we are. It's a fucking cartoon and it's a cape. So Superman is elegant and Captain Durag isn't? Like, what are we talking about here?
Most superheroes cover their faces. It's part of their like secret identity. The do-rag covers his face and it doubles as a cape. Like, I think it's ingenious. I'm surprised it took this long for us to get a superhero sort of like in the same vein. But I'm not gonna act fake mad about a nigga in a do-rag. I'm not gonna act fake mad about Captain Durag.
I thought that shit was cute. It's about and like the nigga, the Captain Durag looks like her father on the cartoon. It's not her father, but it looks like her father. You mean to tell me a little girl can't see her father who wears a do-rag around the house as a fucking superhero?
Larger than life.
What are we doing here, man? Now I can see if it was just a cartoon and the principal while at school was just walking around the school with a do-rag on, like being like, that's not what's going on here. He's flying and fighting slime and crime in the sky. What are we doing here, man?
I could see if he was flying with a 40 ounce up under his arm.
Right.
I might have an issue with Captain Durag.
Yeah.
But this iteration I have no problem with.
The do-rag is not inherently, it's not bad at all. There's nothing about it. I don't understand.
Stop being fake mad. Stop acting mad.
And stop acting highbrow. Different don't mean deficient.
Is somebody at your door?
Oh, this nigga just making noise and shit.
Oh, okay.
Different don't mean deficient, and the type of black you are ain't no better or ain't no worse than the type of black or the type of life experience that you have ain't no better or worse than another person's. So fuck all that shit, dog.
I like it.
Whose man's it is? Captain Durag's my man, nigga. I'm Captain Durag. I am Captain. I am Malcolm X at the end of the movie. I am Captain Durag, nigga.
Nigga, I got these 3 ounces of hair on my head. I wear a do-rag every now and again, just for the feeling. Shit, when I was bald, I would put on a do-rag. I don't get no fuck. I am Captain Durag.
Nigga, that shit, I don't know why you felt so good when you put that motherfucking Durag on. It is what it is. Shit.
Nigga, I have 3 ounces of hair. And I went to the barber shop yesterday after I took my shower, put my grease, that much of grease in my hair and brushed that shit. I put on my Durag and I went to sleep.
Now, this is not saying that, everybody should be wearing bedroom attire and because some nigga like, y'all keep on champion pajamas in public. Nigga, what does this cartoon got to do with pajamas? Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all conflating. Like, I get that you have something on your heart that you want to express and get out. And you think this is
These two things are not the same.
Not the same.
You wearing pajamas at the airport and a bonnet is not the same as Captain Durag in costume in a cartoon. It's not. You're not gonna make it the same.
I thought there was an entire cartoon called Captain Durag. And like, I didn't know why everybody was upset. I was like, well, it don't necessarily gotta be a bad thing. Let me go look at it. Right. I don't want to jump to a conclusion. Let me go look at it. And then when I found the little girl, I'm like, I like the black cartoons. I don't know, man. I don't got no problem with it.
You wearing them Walmart pajamas and a bonnet to DTW because y'all flying to Miami in the morning ain't the same thing. Okay? I don't like that. And I can go into a whole diatribe why I don't like that shit. Captain Durag and this little girl's imagination fighting slime in a small pocket in a black cartoon is something that I don't have an issue with. And you're not going to try and make me mad about it.
Yeah. Niggas be weird.
Happy Black History Month on that shit.
Man, Cheyenne had posted a video inside the thread one day about Black history and Black people and Filipinos are the only ones that celebrate their history, and everything else, everybody celebrates their heritage. And there is definitely a difference between heritage and history. And history is no longer. And heritage is like, it was very, very interesting. I don't think I commented because I don't remember what time of day it is when I actually watched it. I think it was kind of late, but like, I was like, I don't want to hear nobody talking about we shouldn't. Black history is wrong because blah blah blah. I was like, this motherfucker made some very compelling arguments. Like, it was very compelling, and I like heritage. I remember the twins said something about heritage a while ago, and I was like, I like that word.
We don't celebrate our heritage. It's almost like we're ashamed of it,
and it's almost like I gotta look at it again. But it was definitely something about history being like no more, and you were like saying this shit is over with, it's done. And I forget how it was explained, but it was pretty interesting. But I think the words that we use do matter. And I tweeted something earlier this week, and I want to say it on the pod just because I want to hear your thoughts. I damn near don't like the word X, and I prefer using EX. I prefer using former instead of X in most contexts. For an example, this is a former NBA star. He's not an ex-NBA star. This is my former girlfriend. This is not the ex-girlfriend. Like, I think X should be like when a police officer got fired on a force for misconduct, he's excommunicated or whatever. He's an ex-officer. If you just change your profession, you're not an ex-officer. You're a former police officer. Like, you're not an ex-NBA player. No, nigga, I played in the NBA, and like it didn't get erased because I retired or because I don't play anymore. I think X just sounds so weird in some cases. X is like if you was a teacher and you went to prison for fucking with the kids, you're an ex-teacher, right? But if you were a teacher and now you do something different for a living, you're a former teacher. You're not an ex-teacher. X just feels so, I don't like it.
And I was trying to figure out a way to make it make sense for my situation, but I get it. Because I look at like I used to be married. She's my former wife. She's still alive. She's somebody
Yeah.
else's wife.
Yeah.
Right now, she can still do it. She can still fulfill wifely duty. She's just my former wife. And
Like
I
when
think
people,
about that like you said, with women I used to deal with. Yeah, that's my former girlfriend. Now she has the capacity to be somebody else's girlfriend, probably be a much better fit for them. But she's not just like she can't be a girlfriend no more.
yeah, shit, she could be my girlfriend again. She was the former and the current. You never fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Like, for an example, when somebody passed away, I like to say that they passed away or they're no longer with us. Some people like, oh, they dead. Just feel so. Are they? Did they pass? Did they die? Yes. It just feels different. I don't know why it feels different.
So that's funny that you bring it up because me and my friend circle have something that we do when a motherfucker dies. Either he died or he got killed. It's two different things.
Big facts.
Now, a partner ours passed away in his sleep. He died.
Yeah.
That's different. I know a motherfucker that I know a motherfucker personally a couple weeks ago, went to a barbershop, tried to rob the whole barbershop, and guess what? Nigga got killed inside of the barbershop. Is he dead? Yes. But he got killed.
Yeah. Yo,
he ain't died. He ain't died. He got killed.
And there's a big difference of dying and being killed, right?
Yeah.
Because if your loved one passed away in a car accident, they were killed in a car accident.
Yeah.
They didn't just pass away. They were killed in a car accident. Being killed and somebody dying.
Two different things.
There is, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is I've been on my Bible studies, my biblical journeys for the last couple weeks, months. And like, I think that be the difference sometimes that people be arguing when they translate scriptures and different things into different languages, because died and killed and like they are synonyms, but they do not mean the same thing. They have different connotations. They have very different connotations, and depending on who you talking to.
I want to die peacefully. I don't know the time or the place, but I hope that I die in like I don't know, I just go to sleep one day and I don't wake up. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the love of my life in the bed and I just pass away. I don't want to get killed. I don't want to get shot coming out the liquor store and niggas is peeling me off a Puritan. Like I don't want it to be that.
Like if there is a order of things, I would like to pass, then I would like to die, and I do not want to be killed. You know what I'm saying? Like in that order, only the first two, preferably the first.
Yeah.
No time soon, but preferably the first. Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to get killed.
Hey man, listen, I heard a story. I got a couple things. So there's a story out of Florida. Florida man sentenced to 37 years in prison. Have you heard this story?
Doesn't ring a bell.
All right.
What'd he do?
The man was sentenced to 37 years in prison because a few years ago, he gave his 15-year-old son the keys to the car. His son went out, got into a car accident, killed a grandmother and 3 children. So they gave the little boy 4 years, gave the father 37 years because he is responsible because he gave him the keys and let him drive. Now, I just heard the story and read the story today or this week, and I heard other people talking about the story today at work, and it was like, yeah, but the father gave him the keys to move the car out the driveway. He didn't tell him like to go and do whatever he did. I don't know how true that is, but
was the young man underage or something?
15. He's 15 years old. There are 4 people lost their lives. a grandmother and her 3 of her grandchildren, which is a tragedy. Full stop. 37 years in prison for the father, who is an older man himself and is also already sick. 37, in my opinion, just my opinion, it seems a bit much. You gave a motherfucker 40 years. Now, what I'm about to say, I'm not proud of. My cousin murdered a motherfucker and went to prison and got out before 37 years.
I know a nigga that got 2 bodies and did a hair under 20.
Yeah. And one was an accident, and the other one was 100% on purpose. Okay, like
no, the nigga I'm thinking of killed 2 niggas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On purpose.
Yeah, for sure. 37 years.
I can understand something. I don't want to negate the fact that 4 people lost their lives, because that's tragic. But my son is the one that committed the crime. Now, there should be some level of responsibility for me as the adult, but I don't know if that punishment fits the crime. That's what I'll say. I don't feel like that punishment fits the crime.
The parent is ultimately responsible because you gave him the keys and you gave him permission.
Okay, and that's fine. And I can deal with some level of responsibility, but I don't think that's 37 years worth of responsibility.
To put it into a bit of context, here in Michigan, there was a school shooting in Oxford, Michigan, and they had the parents responsible for the school shooting in Oxford, Michigan. The parents did not get 37 years, dog.
They didn't.
Jennifer Crumbly and James Crumbly, the parents of Ethan Crumbly, who carried out the 2021 shooting at Oxford High School, they were sentenced to 10 to 15 years in prison and parole possible after 10 years. And that was not on purpose, but like
they had bought him the guns. It's a different set of circumstances, but like they made those guns readily available to him.
Yeah. I also didn't tell you to go to school and shoot that bitch up though. Like I knew the guns in my home, the home I grew up in, they weren't quote unquote readily available to us, but they was in my father's room. We knew where they were at.
I knew where they was at. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it wasn't a secret. It wasn't, they weren't hidden. We know exactly where it was at. Like it wouldn't have been my father's fault per se if I wouldn't got that damn gun and did some crazy shit on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like 37 years. So this is the reason I keep saying that is this, and this is just a me thing. I'm not with punishment for the sake of punishment or punishment for emotional healing. I think punishment should be the correctional facility should be about correcting behavior, right? Like I think that's the point of it, right? I don't think he letting his kid drive his car no more. I think that's pretty set in stone.
We're
right?
done on that one, yeah.
And I don't think it takes him 37 years to learn his lesson. And I understand that the other family is fucked up. You should do something. You should go to jail or there should be punishment. 40 years though, my nigga. Now, again, this is just coming from a nigga who not directly involved. If that was my loved one, I still don't know if I want not the person who did it, but I don't know that I would be 40 years.
I guess it just falls under that mindset that it's a minor under your supervision and it happened. But
what if I just told a nigga to get the car out the driveway and put that bitch in the front? I didn't tell you to take off. Like a reasonable person doesn't. A reasonable person does not expect 4 people to die if I say take the car out the driveway and put it in front of the house at 15 years old.
I'll be honest. I remember my dad being like, "Hey man, we going to church or something. Pull my car on the side of the house because we taking your mama car." Would there be times that I knew he was still getting dressed upstairs? He ain't really ready to go. I would take the car around the block. I would. I'd take a slow cruise around the block in his car and pull it up on the side of the house. Could I have hit some? Was I underage? Yeah. I wouldn't, I was probably 50. I know I didn't have no license. I knew how to drive, but I knew I didn't have no license. But shit, nigga, could I have knocked off somebody's mirror? Could I have done something? Yes. Would I think that he would deserve to go to? Never in my wildest dreams would I think I would hit somebody, or I wasn't even driving that fast to hit somebody.
Also, I want to point out the nigga's 70 years old. Why is he 70 years old?
You said older.
He's 70 years old with a 15-year-old. What else? My man was getting it in when he was 55.
Father Abraham, how many sons?
You about to lock a 70-year-old up for life. That's fucked up. I mean, it ain't fucked up that everybody they lost their life. I can't minimize that.
I never want to minimize that part. But like, if you try to be punitive, I mean, granddad he done seen more summers already than he gonna see. I don't know.
So the son who's
I got a hard time eating that one.
The son who was 15 years old at the time ran a 2-way stop and caused that crash. Damn. So the son previously took a plea deal in the case, and he was to be held until the age of 19 pending good behavior. So the one who actually did the shit, when he turned 19, he out. Dad, on the other hand, gonna spend the rest of his life in prison.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Something that I did. My father is gonna die in prison for something that I did. That's a heavy punishment in itself. That's essentially 5 lives lost. That's heavy.
That's tough. And
I don't agree with that.
The victim impact statements, I'm sure, had a giant impact. And like, why'd you give your son the fucking keys? You know what I'm saying? My mom, my children are probably, because the mother of the children, they was with their grandma. So like mother and father of the children, my children gone because your son ran. It was also an accident. That's impossible, man. I don't know, man.
There's no way to make any of this right.
Can't make it right. It's an accident.
It's just not. It's a horrible accident. Horrible, horrible accident. There's no way to make it right. But 30, 40 years to that old man.
Nigga 70, dog. Give it that. If you give a 70-year-old 2 years in prison, fam, black males die at 76. Like, you taking a third of the remainder of his life away.
And them 2 years gonna age that nigga so motherfucking fast.
In prison? Come on, man. In Florida? You'll be that motherfucker with them boy.
He a victim from his first day. Granddad is a victim his first day.
Also, should have never let your kid drive. Should have never let him drive. But at 70, you probably had no option. Like, could you get that? Could you get to?
Nigga, at 70, how many times he done let a young nigga, like, that's probably not his first kid. I don't want to go making assumptions because I can create a whole narrative. But at 70, like, nigga, he was probably driving at 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, driving a big ass Buick at 11.
I mean, you
ain't
get your
his
permit.
shit.
I had my permit and license at 16. So it's not like he was a 11-year-old driving. Regardless of the fact, you weren't supposed to be driving. You weren't supposed to be driving.
I drove myself to driver's training one day. And it was cool. Like, it wasn't like it was my parents didn't know this was going to be my car anyway. I drove myself to driver's training.
It was different in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Times were different in the 90s, nigga.
My driver's training, Jay, this is how crazy it was. I pulled up and my driver's training teacher was outside. I pulled up to park. I waved at the nigga and everything. And he pulled me up. He pulled me over to the side and he was like, look, you want your permit? Don't never let me see you do that again.
But did he grade your parking?
No, he was just he was flabbergasted that I was in the driver's seat.
Look at the side like, son, you kind of close to the curb.
But like literally, by the time I took driver's training, I learned how to drive at like 12. Like had been behind the wheel. My neighbor was the first person that let me drive. Her daughter had a Fox body Mustang. And she was like, go start it up and pull it in the back. I'm 12 years old. Now, this is a woman that I knew. She was my mother's friend, and her daughter was like, 3 or 4 years older than me. So, I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know, taboo, but she let me drive the car. And that like spiraled into me learning how to drive. And it wasn't a big deal. I had a homeboy of mine. Shit. He was driving. We was like 15, 16 going to Northland.
No.
It just wasn't a big deal.
Okay. I got you. Your middle son, you won't get in the car with him.
I'm scared.
So it is a big deal, depending on the kid.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Would you trust
that
him
nigga driving?
Would you trust when he was 15, give him the keys and tell him to go to CVS or some shit?
No.
Cause I do think we do get away from how dangerous it is driving a car. And like the most danger that we in on a daily basis is probably driving to work, to school, or what have you, because we in a 1 to 2 ton vehicle, probably going at 70, 80 miles an hour, surrounded by other vehicles going 70, 80 miles an hour while niggas are on their phones and tablets and all type of shit. It is very dangerous, and we do take that for granted. So while I'm thinking about all the stuff, I do want to put that in perspective. We do take that for granted. It is very dangerous driving a vehicle, and we should take these things seriously because the wrong person behind the wheel of a car can end the life of 4 people. So it is definitely something that should be taken serious. It should be punished. I just don't necessarily agree with the punishment of 37 years. Hopefully that can get like resentenced or something like that, or they'll appeal that portion. But there definitely should be consequences. I believe there should be consequences. I don't know what those consequences should be, but I do not believe they should be 37 years in prison. I don't know that putting that man in prison does anything other than make the family feel better. But I don't know that it rehabilitates him. It teaches, I think, me being responsible for 4 people not being here any longer, there's no punishment that you can give me that's going to be worse than that. I got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Yeah.
Man, I shared something with y'all earlier today in one of these groups, and I just want to let the people know out here that 2 things. in Jason's conspiracy corner. When you go to Instagram and you copy a link and you send that shit to your group chat, Instagram and Facebook and other social media platforms adds a tracking code at the end of that link, and it hides it in the link that you send to another person, and they know who you sent that link to, who opened it up, and the whole 9 yards, even through an encrypted message. And if you take the link from Instagram, you take it to your notes application and you paste it, you're going to see a long link, and there's going to be a question mark, and there's going to be some extra letters and characters right after that question mark. That itself is the secret code, the secret tracking code. Erase that shit. It's going to take you to the exact same place. So all the links I've sent in the last 2 or 3 days have been secure. They don't have that tracking code. They know, Damon, anytime you've click to copy the link, they know who copied it and who sent it and who opened it and who sent it somewhere else. It is all tracked. It is all tracked. And it's fucking spooky because you had no idea and I had no idea that we are the ones that are spying on each other. Even if your mom is not on social media, if your aunt is not on your social media, they sending them clips to you, and you open that shit. I know who opened this shit.
Nigga, that is scary.
It's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. That's one particular thing. So, just before I move to this next one, you got a notes application. You go to Instagram, and you hit that share button. You say copy link, paste that shit. Not into your text messages. When you text message, you don't see the full link. You see the thumbnail.
That's all you're getting is a thumbnail.
And that's on purpose. Right? Paste that shit in your notes and then look at that link. Everything after the question mark, delete that shit. It's going to take you to the same thing. You just want to have the tracking code on there. One, this type of thing is in emails and shit too. Like, so some of for photography services and different things, you will send a customer an email, and while they going through and looking at the email, you get the person who sent the email gets to know when you opened it, how long you looked at it, where in the contract you may get down to the portion where it's at the price. Say price is on page 5, and if you stop reading that page 5 and then you get an email like questions about price, it's not a coincidence. It's an actual person who gives an email like, hey, they stopped on page 5. It's all trackable. That's number one.
That part I do know, because I had to sign a document and I got a secondary email and it showed what time. The document was like 7 pages and then the signature. And it showed what time I opened up each page before I signed the signature.
Somebody's doing that with everything that you watch. Oh, you think you slick. You sending your Epstein shit. I'm not gonna send it on Instagram because they tracking Instagram. I'm gonna send this shit to the group chat. Now they know who in your group chat and who in your group chat opened that message. They know what you know without you fucking with anything. So you're welcome. I know it's an extra step. They do have browser extensions and like Chrome and different things where if you're doing it from a computer, where it'll strip that shit by itself. But I'm fairly sure 99% of y'all don't know anything about browser extensions and doing all other shit like that.
99% of us ain't looking at Instagram on the computer. We on our smartphone thumbing through Instagram.
You can also add browser extensions depending on what browser you use on your phone, though.
Okay.
But second thing, the Texas Attorney General has sued LG, Samsung, Vizio, Sony, all the TV manufacturers. If you did not know, every single TV manufacturer takes a screenshot of whatever is on your screen twice a second. And they send that data off. They know what you're watching on your television at all times. Not because you're on a streaming app. Even if you're playing a video game, I know how long you play a video game. I know what you're watching. I know what you got connected via HDMI. Like, I know what you're screencasting to your screen. I know it all. 7,200 times a day. They screenshot that shit and they send it and they sell data. Vizio was even talking about in their earnings call, they made more selling your data than they did selling TVs. That's why the TV's so cheap. We was talking about them cheap ass TVs. You can get you a 70-inch, 100-inch for $1,500. I mean, you for $50 and shit, because it's a game. I need you
to watch that bitch.
Yeah, and what it is, it's a service called like ACR, and you opt into it because when you get your new TV, you just go down to the agreement and hit agree. You've agreed, and you're sending them this data, and they know everything about you. So we be like, yo, is my phone listening to me? I don't gotta listen. I see. I see. And if your phone, not your phone, if your TV remote control has a microphone, I'm also listening.
NBA. You know, yeah.
Yeah. So listen, your data is not safe. It ain't safe. You ain't safe. You ain't safe. You can turn it off. You got to go to 4 or 5 different places inside of your television settings and start. One click turns it on. 5 clicks turns it off. Can you imagine? Everything that is on your television, 2 screenshots a second. We ain't missing nothing, my nigga. And I'm listening.
But that's how your TV, I knew it was something. Didn't know it was quite that intricate. But your TV will always suggest, hey, or your streaming services, you want to watch this next? Never heard of that series. Well, based on prior watching, you probably like this. Because they know. When you do talk about something in your phone or you look it up on the internet. Now, a couple years ago, and this technology came up to a point, but not as stringent as when it was first introduced to me, that your smartphone was supposed to be able to be predictive. So like, I had a friend that was working in advertising, and he showed me something that he was working on, let's say like a decade ago, where say, Jay, you flying to Florida, for example. Your smartphone knows that you're flying to Jacksonville, Hartsfield Airport, and you're going to get there at, 5:50. It's going to suggest to you 3 hotels within a 3-mile radius. It's going to suggest to you restaurants within a 3-mile radius. It's really going to give you an itinerary for your trip outside, because you already got your itinerary downloaded in your phone. I'm staying at the Marriott. I'm going to a Miami Heat game. We going down to Club Live. Okay, well, here are some restaurants within walking distance of Club Live. Here are some things you can do before or after the game. So the software was supposed to be predictive like that. I don't think it ever came into fruition in the extent that he had initially explained it to me. But like, you and your phone all day.
Here now.
Yeah.
It's here now. The new Siri that got postponed by Apple and Google Gemini, right? Google Gemini has access to your Google Calendar, your Google emails, your Google alerts, everything. It already knows. And now you can give it access to it so it can be your personal assistant. So it can do exactly that. And we there now.
Text a motherfucker happy birthday from your cell phone, and it's gonna update it. This is Grandma Johnson's birthday.
Yep.
Bet you'll never forget it again, nigga.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Also, on some other shit, randomly, DJI makes vacuums too, right? They make drones, they make all type of shit, right? A nigga accidentally hacked 7,000 DJI vacuums by mistake because DJI had a back door left open, unpassword protected. 7,000 of them bitches. So on The Verge, which is a tech website, tech whatever, gave him his ID. Nigga was controlling his drone with his PlayStation controller, access to the cameras on that motherfucker, the layout of the house, and just going around the motherfucking house. Everything that the niggas with the tinfoil hats on have been saying, everything that's in 1984, everything that was laughed and joked about, and nigga, you crazy, has come to pass. It is happening right now. Currently,
if you can
ain't
think
safe,
nigga, if you can think about it, we got it. I bought one of them shit that you were right about. You were telling me that you had one of them little machines. I've seen it in your house that sweep.
Yeah,
I bought one, and it sweep and mop. And I was like, man, just because of the dog here, and I know sometimes I just don't be as diligent about sweeping and mopping. Nigga, I caught the one that's normally $700 on sale for $60, and I was like, oh, I gotta get it. I mean, I ain't never gonna get this type of discount on the bitch again. This motherfucker is so smart. Like after 2 days, it know the layout of the house. It know what not to hit, what room, like what areas it avoids. Now I do get lost because it's still kind of new. It get lost, it gets stuck in the kitchen. Like it got a hard time getting around that refrigerator, stove combo. But like for the most part, the bitch know the layout of the house. It might get stuck in two places
between,
but it know the layout of the house. The technology, we let it into our homes. We let it in. Siri, what's the other little thing? Alexa.
Amazon Echo, Amazon, yeah.
We talk to it. We tell it what we want. It know our buying habits, nigga. It know that you like to use Cetaphil soap. It know that you like to use Dove body wash. Hey, it's time to re-up on your Dove. It's time to re-up on, what's the name? Nigga, your DoorDash know you like pizza. That's why I suggested the first time you pull up the app. DoorDash knows I like pizza. It pull up folk. As soon you want to order from these spots again, it's always pizza places. I order from a lot of places, but the first 4 always gonna be pizza. It knows. Niggas talk about what they don't want to put on the internet. We've given it all the information. We've given it everything. They know what you want. They know what you like. The like page knows what type of women I like. And they show me brand new ones every day. Every day.
Even if you don't like a picture, the algorithm knows how long you scrolled over it. You scrolled and went back. Got you.
They know what type of shoes I like. They know what type of coats I like. I like vintage polo shit. They always showing me vintage polo shit. Like they just know what you like. It's too late. There's too much information out there that we have just given them. Every week it'd be a new challenge. What'd you look like in your 20s? Okay, they storing that data. What you look like as a cartoon?
The shit on your Facebook anyway. We know what you look like. We know. I got 20 years of your life, nigga. I got all your pictures since you was in elementary, and I know everybody you know because you're friends with them.
Yeah, I know your circle. I know about you. Facebook know about that secret baby. Like, it know everything. Instagram got your bitch. Instagram got your bitch.
Yeah, man, it's real out here. You know what I'm saying?
4,000 photos in your motherfucking phone. They know your face.
It's 4,000. Nigga, how many pictures I got this motherfucker? Nigga, it's like I got like 30,000, nigga, at least.
That's what I'm saying. They know your face. It know your friends. It know the girl that you really like. It know everything. It know everything.
Yeah. I mean, I got 6,000 videos on my phone. Or 4,000 videos on. I got 6,000 screenshots, nigga. Fuck regular photo. This shit crazy. Well,
ain't even thought to delete none of them bitches.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is it gonna do? All right. So look, man. Last thing, before we wrap this shit up, I just want to show y'all this. It's pretty fucking embarrassing. If we're gonna be 100% honest, it's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Difference between black money and white money. There's no club that says they're going to start out black. They're not going to do it. They're going to get the white money. They think white money is it. Friday night was my black night. Saturday night was my white night at Dream. Friday night was doing $250,000. Saturday night was maybe doing $80,000. You just can't get it. The difference, and nobody understands it. Do you want Neiman Marcus or do you want Walmart? Parking, coat check, drinks, bottle service. Bottle service, but I didn't even know back then.
So there's more money with the black.
It crushes. Nowadays, there are no clubs that stay white.
All right, there's no club that stay white because black people spend more money on nightlife than white people.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. White people spend money on drugs.
Inside the club.
Inside the club.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You can say allegedly, except that I would do 2,500 white people here at Park when I opened. I didn't want to cannibalize love. So I said, I brought this white boy in from Vegas. We're going to tell everybody, you own the joint when I open Park. You own the joint. So we doing 2,500 people a night. I'm doing $50,000. I'm like, $20 there. I'm watching bartenders. I'm watching the staff. I'm like, how the fuck are y'all stealing my money?
They just buying beer. That's where we get the 250 cameras.
Yeah.
The black people, how much they doing?
Oh. So then I decided I did a black party on a Thursday. On a Thursday, I did 75. I only got 1,200 people. On Friday, I'm doing 45. Something's wrong with this equation. I'm doing 2,500 people. I said, we're going to try the black thing on Friday. I went from 45 to 135. What you doing?
That's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be Friday, Sunday.
There's no question.
So he owns a bunch of the clubs in DC.
I've been watching his interview on Earn Your Leisure. I've been watching that shit all day.
So some people were using this shit as motivation to be like, this shit embarrassing.
Yeah.
This shit is embarrassing.
When he was talking about how he would make 600,000 before he even opened up the doors by selling memberships for bottles, nigga. I mean, I don't indulge in a lot of nightlife. I don't do clubs and shit no more. Like, that's just past my age range. I don't have no interest in that shit. But during my heyday, nigga, I was buying sections and buying bottles. Cost you $400 to sit down. Like, legit.
On some IKEA furniture. No, it costs you that much to sit down on some Big Lots furniture.
Yeah.
Big Lots outdoor furniture.
Yeah.
Because
I remember when I first started clubbing, like 1920, it was a lot of dance floor. It was a lot of, nigga, I come home sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Like we out on the dance floor. And granted, I ain't jitting and shaking my ass, but like nigga, we having a good time out on the dance floor. The dance floor became smaller and booths and sections became bigger. And now you go out with a chick, she got on a cute dress, some heels, three or four of her homegirls. They don't want to stand around all night. They want to sit down. Now you buying a section. You in a section, you got to get at least one bottle.
This the most niggerish shit I've seen, dog. I don't want no parts of this shit. I was talking to somebody yesterday about when I was 21 and 22 years old. We was going out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I had like a $125 to $130 budget every night. This was what? This was
20 years ago.
This was 20 years ago. So I had like $120 to $130 budget for every weekend or every night of the weekend. So really, I'm spending about $350 every weekend hanging out.
Yeah. And that's light. That's light.
And it's fucking stupid. And like I wish I was not fucking stupid when I was at that. Because I was living at home. I was working at Comcast, making sales. We in commission. I'm making
big money.
I'm getting $3,000-$4,000 checks at 21 years old with no bills, living in the room I grew up in, just blowing through money, nigga.
I remember going to the banks because I didn't believe in direct deposit. I wanted my check. I remember going to the banks and the girls at the bank would be like, "What do you do for a living? How are you making this much money?" Nigga, busting them big ass checks open, going to Northland or Mr. Allen's with $1,000 cash.
Going tax free half the year. You feel me? Because you want that whole damn check. Like,
and nigga, I'm like you. Like we was at nigga, this was back when I was still hanging in Canada. Going to the music room, going to 112 in Canada, nigga, and then coming back over here, nigga, Bar 7, like posted up in Bar 7, posted up in Club Fridays, and just spending stupid money. And I'm like you, Jay, the only thing that slowed me down was the fact that I had kids and then I had a wife. And my wife was not trying to hear me spending $200 a weekend going out drinking.
One thing that slowed me down is I just started putting all that money into studio time and putting them albums out and buying CDs and buying, you know what I'm saying? That's where my money started going after the club shit. I would rather have spent it there. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, that shit is embarrassing. And people was in the comments like, yeah, they always play it as like we got the such and such economy. Nigga, we're slow. This is sad.
That's not spending power. That's stupid power.
Man, that shit tough, dog.
Nigga, when I think about all the money I spent on academics clothes, platinum FUBU, Evisu jeans, powder red panda jeans, powder blue Timberlands, just all this ridiculous shit.
You fooling with the powder blue Timberlands, nigga.
Nigga, I had a pair of powder blue Tims. Can't even front on that shit. I had a pair. Nigga, I bought my ex-wife 2 Sherlins in a year. Cause I bought her one for Christmas. Somebody broke into the car, ripped the leather, bought her another one. Cause my boo couldn't be out here without having her Sherlin. Nigga. And nigga, this is when Bugatti leather was selling them bitches for like $1,200 a piece. I bought her 2 in 1 year, nigga. Her sister had a purple one, and I was like, oh, my baby got a black one. I gotta get her one with color. I bought her a gray Sherlin, $1,200 at Bugatti Leather in Tel 12 Mall. I bought that bitch cash money. Come on, man. We spent so much money in them days. Spent so much money. I wish I could have some of it back.
Yeah. Well, what a time. Lock y'all shit down. If you don't send me I'm not clicking links you niggas send me. I'm just not clicking it.
I'm good for sending the link too. I'm good for sending one.
Send it on Instagram. I'm not clicking on my phone. if you send me a fucking link, get all that bullshit off the back of it. But I'm just gonna look at your name and think, would you do that? And just not answer you. I'm not clicking the link. It's not happening. Go through your TV settings and log out all the other shit. Watch out for the robo vacuum. If your robo vacuum got cameras, nigga, I don't know. You goddamn the format of your house is on Zillow, so like we know what you know what I'm saying.
Google Earth also. I can look through your windows.
But the camera shit, nigga was controlling nigga shit with his fucking remote control, just going through the house with that's crazy. We fucked up. We fucked up.
It's not safe outside no more. And apparently it's not safe inside. It's not safe inside. So
all right, well, it is what it is, man.
Your TV know what type of porn you like to watch.
Yeah. We've did music pick. We did whose man's is this? It's just time.
It's time to open up the doors of the church. It is your man's Dame Gone Wild on everything that matter. Yo, don't send me no dumbass memes. Don't send me no dumbass reels. If you ain't cut the question mark after that bitch. When you see the blue and the black, you know where the fuck you at. It's always Shop Talk Podcast. See you for another 514 in a row. Your mama.
Shout out to y'all tapping in. Shout out to the YouTube. Shout out to Apple is allowing video now in their pods. You feel me? We'll figure that shit out. But and in iOS 26.4, which I have, y'all got 26.3. I'm better. It'll look pretty cool. You feel me? So we'll figure that shit out. Or not. I still kind of want you niggas
We'll
to
figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. So when you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Shop Talk Podcast. I'm not saying we the Rockefeller Podcast, but we are Jay Day.
Hell yeah.
Peace.